Hi everyone, this is the tutorial for somebody else's. My name is Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's get stuck straight in. So I'm going to demonstrate this in standard tuning, but to play this the easiest, you would need to go into a step down tuning. So the E would be an E flat, the A would be an A flat, D would be a D flat, G would be a G flat, B would be a B flat, and E would be an E flat. However, as you're likely in standard tuning, I'm going to play it in standard tuning as well. So the first chord that we need for the introduction is an E major chord, which is an open E string, 2 on the A and D strings, 1 on the B string, and then open B and open E strings. And for the introduction, we're basically chugging away at that E major chord. It starts off with a big strum of E major, and then kind of chugging away on some of the lower sounding strings, like this. Then when Gwen starts to sing, we stay on the E major chord, so this is now the first verse, and just like what I did partway through that introduction, I'm kind of chugging away, palm muting, so I'm taking this part of my hand, placing it just on this side of the guitar, so I can get a kind of half sound, half muted sound. And we're going to have 4 bars worth of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We then get to a C sharp minor chord, which is a bar chord. We're going to start on fret 4 of the A string, 6 on the D and G, 5 on the B string, and then 4 from the barred finger takes the high E string. We play that for 4 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next chord is an A major chord in the verse, which is an open A string, 2 on the D, G and B, and then an open E string. We won't play this low E string. There's 4 bars worth of the A major, and the last chord we need is a B major chord. Now that is going to turn into a B sus4, so for me the best way of doing that is playing this version of B, which is another bar chord, 2 on the A string, 4 on the D, G and B. You can play a B major up here, but that will be a bit harder to get to the sus4. I'm going to show you both versions anyway, but yeah, so what happens is we play the B major, 1, 2, there's the B sus4, which then resolves back down to B major. And to make a B sus4, just get that little finger up a fret on that B string, and that is a B sus4. To play the B to B sus4 up here, we have fret 7 on the E string, 9 on the A and D, we've got 8 on the G, and then the barred finger on 7 picks up the B and the E string. You can see I got to that B sus4, however, to do that I need to drop my little finger kind of down so it's playing both the D and G strings. Now that's a bit of an awkward one, but that's the best way of doing it with that chord, which is why I think this version is far easier. But you do you, I don't mind which way, it's still going to sound correct either way. So that first verse had E major to C sharp minor, A to B, which kind of shares its bars with a B sus4. Now there's a lot of chords going on with this song. In fact, the next part of the song has a new order of chords. If you're interested in getting the chord chart for this, wrote out professionally, as well as a chord chart with the chords and lyrics matched up, let's say you're going to sing and play along and you want to know which word goes with which chord, then head on over to Patreon. I've wrote everything out professionally and you get everything for the cost of $1. In fact, not only access to this song, but to over 350 other songs that I've made of the latest releases over the past few years. So feel free to check that out. However, moving on to the pre-chorus, we have a C sharp minor, just for 1 bar this time, going to the B major, then A major, and then we get a new chord of G sharp minor. Now G sharp minor is a 4 on the top string. This is going to be another bar chord. 6 on the A and D strings, and then 4 on the remaining 3 strings. Then that's the barred finger just picking those strings up. So that's the first half. Let's just go over that again. C sharp minor, B, A, G sharp minor. We then take that same shape from the G sharp minor down 1, 2 frets. We then get what we call an F sharp minor chord, and that's going to be the next chord that we play. That's for 2 bars, and then stop because there are no chords played. There's a little bit of a break for 2 bars before we get into the chorus. So we're now in the chorus. The chords are going to be the same as the verse, so E, C sharp minor, A and B, but instead of palm muting them with that nice rhythm, we're going to be playing them full on, so real big strumming like this. You'll do that for every chord. However, I'm not just strumming down and up, which is kind of what I am doing. I'm going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. But what I'm really adding in is some stresses, some accents on the 2 and the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And those are always down strokes. So when you're playing the chorus, and from what I can hear on the track, you want to try and accent those beats. And it just makes it sound a little bit nicer and a little bit more texture in the song because you've got lots of chords that are just repeating themselves over and over. So this is how we make it a little bit more interesting. Okay, so this is where we start to get a bit of repetition. Looking over to my notes, there is a second verse, same as the first verse. So you play the same chords, but we're going to palm mute them as we normally do. And then we have a pre-chorus, thankfully, the same as before, so you're just copying yourself, and the same as the chorus after that. So yeah, just basically copy and paste what you've just done. However, at that point we have a guitar solo, which is a little bit out of the scope of this video. If you'd like me to cover the guitar solo, leave a comment below and I'll consider making a video for it. The chords for that, however, are E major, again, C sharp minor, going into A major, and then B major to the B sus4, so you can see it's just about the same as the chorus. However, to make things a little bit more lively and a bit more interesting, when you're playing the chords, what you could do is add some hammer-on notes. So when you go to the C sharp minor, you could get the barred finger and then hammer on the rest of it. Adds a really nice effect. Same with the A major chord. And with the B chord, just really accent that sus4. And those just make it sound a little bit more interesting rather than just cycling around the chords over and over. Now after that guitar solo, there is a bridge section where the vocal part comes back in. It is the same chords as the chorus, so just loop around those yet again. We then actually have another chorus, so yeah, loop around the chords again. We then get to the outro, and the outro is pretty much the same as the intro, where we just chug away on that E major chord, palm muting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 more times. Yeah, rather than play it, I'll just tell you. Yeah, so 8 times round overall to get to the end of the song. And then we go, a really nice song, a nice return from Gwen Stefani, a bit of a legend in the music scene, and I think it's a pretty nice song. So, if you are interested in getting the extra material over on Patreon, like I said, links in the description, and you can get everything wrought out for the price of a coffee. So, I also want to say thanks to the people on the screen. Those are my active patrons. So the moment this video goes live, they will get access to that content straight away. So thanks to them for their support, thanks to you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.